From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Wednesday, June 28th, 2017. Silver is trading at $16.86 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,254 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 1.8 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $2,527. Antiwar.com reports a massive cyber attack has broken out worldwide, with computer networks in Ukraine and Russia hit the hardest, and the rest of Europe and North America quickly following. This attack, like most recent attacks, is based on an NSA-developed exploit called Eternal Blue. The attack is in the form of ransomware, which encrypts the computer's hard drive and then offers to unlock the computers for approximately $300 worth of cryptocurrency. The contact email for the ransomware has already been shut down by the email provider, however, meaning there is no way for people to actually pay the ransom. The attack was first reported in sites around Kiev and quickly spread. It was incorrectly identified as a new version of Petya ransomware, which had already been around for some time, though Kaspersky Lab quickly corrected that, pointing out that it was a new software never before seen and naming it not Petya. The exploit rests on a flaw in Microsoft's implementation of the SMB version 1.0 protocol, though Microsoft released a patch in March for all current Windows operating systems. There are still clearly a lot of organizations that have not gotten around to installing it, however, as this is the latest in a string of major attacks using the NSA-developed exploit. In 2115 New England, there are no borders, no states, and no regulations, yet never has a more peaceful and prosperous place existed. But Mr. Drake's security company has seen better days. Faced with the prospect of waning power, Mr. Drake intends to replace the anarchy of New England with a government. But at what cost? Will anybody care? And can anyone stop him? Anarchy in New England by Joe Jarvis is available from Amazon.com and all major bookstores. UPI reports 3 Chicago police officers were charged for crimes involving the cover-up of evidence in the 2014 fatal shooting of 17-year-old Laquan McDonald. Detective David March and officers Joseph Walsh and Thomas Gaffney were each charged with conspiracy, official misconduct, and obstruction of justice. Jason Van Dyke, the officer who shot McDonald 16 times, was charged with first-degree murder in November 2015. He has pled not guilty and is on unpaid administrative leave. Prosecutor Patricia Brown Holmes said in a statement, "The indictment makes clear that these defendants did more than merely obey an unofficial code of silence. Rather, it alleges that they lied about what occurred to prevent independent criminal investigators from learning the truth." March, Walsh, and Gaffney are accused of lying about what happened the night of the shooting and coordinating their activities with each other to sustain the lie. Prosecutors also believe the detective and 2 officers intentionally found no witnesses or evidence in the investigation in order to protect Van Dyke. According to court documents, prosecutors said Van Dyke acted without legal justification and with the intent to kill or do great bodily harm. Jason D. Van Dyke personally discharged a firearm that approximately caused the death of Laquan McDonald. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports without close family in the United States, Ellie and her husband had few options for getting permission to immigrate to America from Iran. So when they won a U.S. government lottery last September for a so-called diversity visa, allowing them to resettle in the United States, the couple was thrilled. Ellie, who declined to give her full name because her visa application is still in process, said, "Since last year we made all the important decisions in our lives because we hoped we would get a visa." The couple decided to put off having children and purchasing a home until after their move to the United States, but the visa, which they still hope to get, is still being processed. Their attorney provided Reuters email documentation of their application to verify some of their account. Ellie and her husband are 2 of the many people who fall into gray areas created by Monday's U.S. Supreme Court order allowing parts of Donald Trump's travel ban to take effect. While the court said it would exempt travelers from the ban who had bona fide relationships with Americans, the ruling did not specify exactly what that means, leaving would-be travelers like Ellie from the 6 countries affected by the ban uncertain whether they will be allowed to enter the United States. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.